Welcome back, and thank you for tuning in to STL TV. I'm your host, Michael C. Anderson, and I am very excited today to have author and longtime writer for the St. Louis Post-Dispatch, Dan O'Neill, here to discuss his new book, Crazy But True, St. Louis History. Dan, thank you so much for joining us.
Thanks, Mike. Thanks for having me.
So, we got your new book here. Tell us about this one.
Well, it's crazy, but a lot of crazy things in it, but a lot of true things in it. So, no, it's just, I was working on some ideas, and as a sports writer for a long time, I was aware of the more unusual stories related to sports and things like that, and oddities, and I thought, well, I wonder what else is out there, just pertaining to St. Louis, that covers other things in addition to sports. And started working on it and doing some research, and found a lot of things that I didn't know. But, it's a book that's sort of, a lot of people will know some of these things already. Some of them are pretty famous. But there are quite a few that I didn't know. And I think for younger people, it'll be an especially pertinent book because they won't know most of these things.
Yeah, I know the demographic is allegedly kind of younger adults, that kind of age range, but I was looking at it and I want to read the whole thing right now.
Right.
Like, it's a cool book. You got lots of photos and lots of things I didn't know growing up here either. And I know it's different from your other books. You mainly focus on sports at the Post-Dispatch. Your other books about the Blues and the Cardinals.
Right.
What kind of made you want to create a book like this?
Well, like I said, I knew some odd stories from sports pertaining to the Blues and the Cardinals, and I just thought I thought those things would make a good book, but I wasn't sure there were enough of them. There's quite a few, but you need a lot of chapters to make a book. So I just started thinking about expanding the idea, and started researching things and just looking at St. Louis history, and started finding a lot of things that I myself didn't know. And I think combined with that, they're all short. It's not like I tell in-depth story about each one of these things, but they're short stories, and then lots of pictures and color in the book.
That's what I like about it too, is I was telling you, it kind of reminded me of like a cool older kind of encyclopedia. You got, here's what you need to know about it. You got a nice little photo, and you can move on. It's really easy to read. You can just page through and just see some cool stuff. There's some bizarre stuff. There's some a little bit morbid stuff, but mostly overall, it's lots of cool things that I wouldn't have thought of. And I was talking with you earlier also about kind of where did you get these facts, or where did you even find them? But I also know, based on your history alone, you could be the source for a lot of these, right?
Well, a lot of the sports ones for sure. I spent more than 30 years at the Post-Dispatch as a sports writer, and I still do some sports writing. So, things like the story about the Enos Slaughter fan who came to the Cardinals one day, and or at least his mortician came and had his ashes in a box and asked if he could bury him in right field because the fan's last wish was he wanted to be close to Enos Slaughter. So Jim Toomey, who was the PR guy at the time for the Cardinals, called down to the groundskeeper and told him to grab a shovel, and they went out to right field at Old Sportsman's Park and dug a hole and buried the guy's ashes there. So things like that I was already aware of. But I found a lot of things that, surprised me.
I just want to confirm, so he stayed buried there for the rest of Sportsman's Park?
Yeah, he stayed, he was in right field. The bad news was they traded Enos Slaughter not too long after that. So. But I think Musial played right field quite a bit. So
well, that's a pretty good
he was in
replacement.
good company.
Yeah, it's the thought that counts, right?
That's right.
Well, I was going to ask for maybe some more facts, but I'm not sure I want to. No, but there's a lot of sports stuff, right? There's a lot of cool things. I want to thank you very much for joining us here today.
My pleasure.
It's been a pleasure. And for everyone out there that wants to know more about Dan's book and his upcoming book signings, which will be very fun, They are on Saturday, October 21st from 10 to 5 at Sunset Hills Makers Market, Saturday, November 18th from 10 to 3 at Sunset Hills Community Center, Sunday, November 19th from 11 to 3 at St. Margaret Mary Alacoque Church. And also, if you want to get his book, which I suggest because that would be a good idea to bring that to the book signing, you can get it at reedypress.com. And while you're on the web, why don't you check out St. Louis TV on our social media channels. We are on all of them: Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, Twitter, X, whatever it is. And also our website, stltv.net. Thank you all for tuning in. I'm Michael C. Anderson. Until next time.